Up. Your turn.
Rama honeymoon ganka.
So, after about 45 hours of travel from the time we left the house till the time we got to the hotel,
We need to share some of the story.
yeah, we do. Go ahead.
We were on a walking, what is it, moving walkway
Yeah.
for about 40 hours of the 45.
I'm almost surprised we didn't stop at Seoul and go back for something. With how much stopping and going back we did.
There's been a lot of backtracking. So we flew business class. We used our frequent flyer miles to get business class because we knew it was going to be a long haul. And that was a really good choice because
It
the
was.
lounges were nice.
And the seats on the planes. It's a huge difference.
It was really comfortable.
It wasn't like being in a bed, but it was close.
A vast improvement over what it could have been and what was on the way home. So that was good. And the lounges in the airports were good until
Until,
we'd been traveling for what, about 30 hours at this point?
35 hours, I think.
And we got to Bangkok at 1 o'clock their time in the morning. We were pretty tired. We had spent hours in Seoul on a layover.
And we were going to, the plan was we were going to get to Bangkok and then go rest in the lounge.
Maybe have a shower.
Maybe have a shower, rest up in the lounge for, during the 6 hours we had to kill at
And
Bangkok airport.
it was closed, but there were 5 different lounges that we could go to. So we went to all of them by getting on the moving walkway and going to that terminal, and it was closed. So we came back on the moving walkway, and we went to that one and came back on the moving walkway.
And this was, about a third of a mile each direction.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, and then 2 o'clock in the morning, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, and finally by 4:30 we were able to get into the one we wanted to go to after I got a massage.
Yeah.
And you took a little nap
Yeah.
in an uncomfortable chair. So yeah, we went to the lounge, and it was very, very nice.
So. And we sat in the garden view room, which didn't have a view of a garden.
But it did have some live orchids, so that was really pretty. Everything on Thai Airways has a violet hue to it, so it's really pretty and very relaxing. Speaking of
And
pretty
some
and
good
relaxing,
food. We'll get to that in a second.
fine.
So then we got on our 1 hour and 5 minute flight. Probably could have, just gotten a taxi when we landed and gotten here earlier, but got on our 1 hour and 5 minute flight from Bangkok to Krabi. And then picked up our bags and got the bus to the ferry.
We could have gotten the taxi. For a
could've.
difference of like $6 total, we could have gotten the taxi, but I wasn't translating the numbers very well in my head, so we decided to get the minivan instead, because the taxi takes 20 minutes to get to the ferry, and the minivan takes 30. Take the minivan, no problem. We were the first ones on the minivan. And then the minivan didn't leave until every seat was full, and we were crammed in like sardines, and by that point, it was a real question if we were going to get to
Yeah.
the ferry in
It
time.
was about 25 minutes sitting waiting for the minivan to leave.
5 minutes late. And we missed out on the ferry, the 2-hour ferry across the Andaman
Andaman.
Sea. Anyway, I'm so spoiled. So spoiled.
So instead, we got a ticket for the
Minivan.
for the minivan from Krabi Town to Koh Lanta, which went back to the airport,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so we backtracked again on the moving walkway of the road. And then when we got to Koh Lanta to start dropping people off, we backtracked again. The driver stopped everywhere. He stopped at every convenience store along the way to either pick up or drop off a newspaper.
Yeah, I think he had a side job of being a delivery boy as
Yeah.
well. So, okay, we got
Fine.
here. Boy, he was a crazy-ass driver, though.
Yeah, he was kind of a crazy driver. If it wasn't, if he could keep up with it, it was going too slow for him.
Anyway, so we got to Koh Lanta and got to where we're staying at the Papillon Bungalows, and it was so nice to have arrived after all of those hours are so nice.
Took a shower and
Yeah.
tried to stay up, and I fell asleep at like 6:45
In a lovely tree house overlooking the ocean, eating
with a bed made out of bricks.
The hotel had a bed made out of bricks. Where we were we were just down the
Oh, yeah.
beach here in a really, really funky little Rastafari place where
Oh,
they
yeah.
had good music and what else? Oh, they were going to be doing a fire show. They do a fire show there every night, so we wanted to be there. And
At 9. I couldn't handle it. I was too tired.
Like 6 o'clock. We headed back to the hotel.
But to be fair, that had been at that point 48 hours since we left the house.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Maybe 50. And yeah, we were tired. Yeah, 49 hours since we had left the house, and I was.
So we
tired.
had a really good cup of Tom Kha Gai and a really good Mai Tai. I thought it was very good Mai Tai.
Yeah, it tasted like a Hawaiian punch
In the
with
tree
vodka,
house, overlooking this ocean.
overlooking this.
So we're in Thailand. Drinking Nescafe. And having sweet and sour prawn for breakfast.
I had this kai lap, or lap kai, which was a salty, crunchy, minced chicken dish with about 10 onions per piece of chicken. It's very good. And very colorful plate with this sweet and sour prawn thing. And today,
We'll see.
we'll see. We're probably going to go on the 4 Islands snorkeling tour if we get back in time.
Let's go.
If not, we'll do something else fabulous because we're in Koh Lanta in Thailand.
Day one.
Day 1.
Happy honeymoon.
We're on the honeymoon event path.